It seems that there is no need to wait until the end of this year to name Wenjun as the Women of the Year. World champion for the 5th time and the 4th woman in history that is able to do it after Vera Menchik, Nuna Gaprindashvili and Maya Chibradanidze. The great achievement of Shanghai's chess player who really admires his mentor, Xie Jun, is the 7th women's world champion. Zhu and Tan Zhongyi are one of the prototypes of the results of Xie Jun's coaching. Zhu from the most populous Shanghai port megacity in China, while Tan from a modern city with mountain and river characteristics. In contrast to Zhu, who looks more formal, Tan often displays the character of his hometown with thick furry clothes.
POV, I think there's already like a silent agreement here that both players know that this game is
even
going to
with a
end with a
6-point
draw
rating
anyway.
difference
They've
from
been
Zhu,
blitzing
the battle
game so
itself
far,
is not
and
easy for
especially
Tan, who
with
only
Tan
won the
Zhongyi.
second
Because
game.
for Wenjun,
Even
it's
after
very
a
clear
4
that she would
successive
like to get a
defeat,
draw,
the
but
chances may be
resistance
called out
should
in the
not
9th
be.
game.
She has played f6, so she has
maybe
the
stepping
idea.
up with the king. King g5, king f5, and then
King g5, f5, and so on, yeah?
yeah, king f5,
Yeah.
throw in some checks, and b.
I like my idea even more with
It
this
was
rook
clear
b5
Zhu
and rook d5.
Wenjun's
It's just
solid
more
positional
active.
style and resistance that
Yes.
reminded the Karpov
And it
style
was such a
really
simple
made
plan
Tan
because
unable to do
I think
much.
it wouldn't really
It
change
appears
the
at the end of the
equation,
9th round
but
after a
she
balanced
played
battle,
something that is
Tan
h4.
seemed to be desperate.
h4. She's just
Yeah, whenever you step out like that, there's always a check too. Okay, king f5 is on the board. I'm so tempted to play rook h7 right now, just to lure the king back to g6.
yeah, because rook e2 is going to be met with rook takes h5, and then the rook can come back to b5. And did you see that? How quickly she played? Nope, the king has to step back and defend h5.
And maybe they will repeat the moves until move 40 here, like king g6 back, and then rook b7 again, and then king f5 again, and rook h7. So, okay, there's at least one repetition right now.
And then you kind of want to be setting up something such as, and yeah. No, I'm just to gamble. Can she first go rook c6, king f5?
After the repetition, king's moves g6, f5, g6 and rook b7, h7, b7, Zhu for a while stare at her score sheet.
Technically, they're still on move 38 right now. 2 more moves to go to the 40th move. But if you can get the draw as early as possible, then why not? So she's checking her score sheet, whether rook b7 is the threefold.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
I don't think so too.
I think she would have to play king f5 again, and then it would be a threefold repetition. But it's always a good idea to check.
Exactly. Yeah, I think eventually she'll just play rook b7, and after king f5, then she's going to claim the threefold.
And then claim a draw for threefold repetition moves. The 4th woman in history after 34 years, in the 21st century, who won 5 times the world champion.
And when the arbiter checks everything, yes, it will be the claim will be approved. Oh, she's claiming it now.
And we have handshake. It is a draw. History repeats and legend regains in Chongqing as Zhu Wenjun becomes women's world champion for an astonishing 5th time. Wow, she made it look effortless, that victory.
Well,
That
actually,
crowns her
I
as
guess
one
before
of
the
the
tournament,
greats
no
in
one would
women's
expect
chess.
that
Just
it will
the
finish
fourth women
like
in history
maybe
to win the Women's World
round 9.
Championship title
And
5
for me,
times.
in the final
Just
game, because I play white and I only need to
smooth performance
the thing
from
I
start
only need to do is to make a draw.
finish.
So
And
it's
that
not like very that difficult. And also, okay, I think in the game I played some like solid line, and like within like 2 hours more than we made this draw. So then that makes me become the women world champion.